Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think I've said that. I said I really love my team scoring goals. You know, I think that's and you know, whenever you start talking that way, people say, oh, you know, the proper way to football, the right way. There's no right or wrong way. But I do love the joy that goals and attacking football, because that's my father's influence. In the 70s, he'd get me up and we'd watch, you know, Liverpool, and he loved Leeds because they had Eddie Gray and Peter Lorimer, and, you know, he loved teams. He loved Johan Cruyff, the 74 World Cups, my first sort of World Cup I remember, and he loved the Dutch. So that all those things had a influence on me, and I was Liverpool mad, right? I was Liverpool obsessed. But when Kenny came to in 77, it went to another level with me. I'll tell you the story. I became totally obsessed with him, and my dad loved him because he was just a special player. It wasn't about he was physically strong or quick, or he just had a bit of magic, you know. And he kept talking to me about the magic. And when and my dad passed away sort of 8 years ago. So he passed away when I was in Japan. So he missed the final part of my journey, sort of Celtic and obviously Tottenham and the Premier League. But yeah, when I got to Celtic, obviously there was a connection with Kenny. But then when we played, when I was at Tottenham, the first year we played at Anfield, I promised myself that you always get to the ground a bit earlier. I always like to go for a walk on the pitch really early because there's no one in the stands to abuse you at that time. So you can kind of just relax, take it all in. But I remember I promised myself, I said, look, you know, I'm going to walk through the tunnel beneath the sign just for my dad, just, you know, we're kind of made it. Mate, and I'm so focused on it too. I hear this, hey, Ange, and I turn around and it's
Kenny.
It's Sir Kenny. And he starts talking to me about Celtic. And I'm 6 years old again.
Yeah.
I'm not 60, I'm 6, right? And I'm talking to him, and yeah, I loved it. It's a great club, Kenny. You know, he goes, oh, well, I hope you lose today, you know. And then he sort of walked off, and I walked, and I thought, and in that moment I've just walked through the Anfield tunnel with Kenny Dalglish, the guy that I had on my walls. Now, you call it pure coincidence or divine intervention, whatever it is, but that kind of, for me, is always the foundation of why I do what I do. So when, you know, if people are questioning me about my football, I'm sorry, you're not going to change me. This is not something new. I know I'm copying Pep in the last few years, but